For at least 3 years, some have been saying to ignore what he says and to focus instead on what he does. Pay attention, they say, to policy stuff, actions that have impact, and ignore the stupid, even false things he says. Just chill. That sounds like good counsel, and I've tried to follow it. Alas, there is no escaping that words have power to drive people to action, and some actions are brutal and even murderous. Michelle Goldberg wrote in the New York Times, quote, "Trump is a racist. This should be clear to all people of good faith, given that Trump was a leading figure in the birther movement, defended white supremacist marchers in Charlottesville, and claimed he couldn't get a fair hearing from a judge of Mexican descent." Close quotes. Be clear that his messages are heard loud and clear by people who revel in hate. There really weren't good people on both sides in Charlottesville. It may have been just words the president spoke, but his message to haters, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and thugs of all stripes was that they're just great folks spewing hate and doing harm to others. The president showed up at the Tree of Life synagogue in Pittsburgh, even though he was specifically asked by the rabbi and the mourners to stay away. His words were exactly what the mourners didn't want, but he spoke anyway. His message to his fanatical followers was that it's okay to disrespect some people, even those in the midst of the profound pain of loss. Gotta wonder how much his constant disrespect motivated the shooter. What we're clear about is that the president's disrespect extends everywhere, including his hateful comments about John McCain and his acceptance of the torturing and murder by tyrants abroad with whom he tells us he has great relationships, and he and Kim Jong-un fell in love, however gaggable that may be. He clearly doesn't care about Otto Warmbier, who endured torture and beatings by the North Koreans that led to his death. He clearly doesn't care about Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi, who the Saudis killed, butchered, and cremated. And he clearly doesn't care about Sergei Skripal and his daughter, who were poisoned in a nerve agent attack in London. Trump takes the tyrant dictators at their word and finds no fault in them. What do you suppose is the message his fanatical followers get from that? He at last got part of his Muslim ban. Then he tweeted hatefully toward Muslim Representative Ilhan Omar about her handful of anti-Semitic comments for which she had already apologized. But he had nothing at all to say about decades of racist, anti-Semitic rhetoric from Christian Representative Steve King, who remains unrepentant for his hate. Got any doubt about what one religion is okay with the president and how he feels about other religions in America? That gives the cover of righteousness to the haters, making virtually any atrocity acceptable to them. He continues to vilify brown-skinned people from south of the border and blacks everywhere, while at the same time inviting more immigrants from Norway. Got any doubt about what color skin the president wants all Americans to have and how unwelcome others are? I wonder if his racism motivated the murderer at the Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston. His words incite fear, hate, and anger, and he dog whistles violence at every rally. He drives division and hatred every day, and he's managed to get 40% of Americans to listen to him, and some to emulate him. That puts the rest of us at risk, and you already know that sometimes people get killed. So no, I will not ignore what he says. All of what he says and does sends a tyrannical message of exclusion, of us versus them. It's a small view of America from a small, cowardly man. But some of his followers like that and want to exclude others using violence to do so. That's what happens in cults of personality. And before someone starts waving their red, white, and blue at me, proclaiming in righteous voice that this is the land of the free and we're entitled to our views and opinions even if they're based in hatred, just get this one piece. This country was established by the founders in absolute opposition to a tyrant. This is no time to succumb to one. Do you know someone who tells you to chill, to just get over it for the hateful and stupid things that come out of this president's mouth? If they want to know the true value of that chill notion, click the link in the written post and register to hear the expert on the subject. And bring that friend, the one who tells you to chill. This is no time to chill. I'm Jack Alshuler.